Hello, everybody. Hello, it's me, Jenna Moon. Glad you guys all came in. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Mother's Day. For all you mothers out there, all you single dads, all the people that do the hard stuff every day. Today's your day. Happy Mother's Day. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Leo's wife. Hello, Galloway. I hope everybody had a beautiful Mother's Day. I know I did. I took advantage of it fully. I relaxed all day. I did not have to cook. Oh, it was nice not to have to cook. I didn't have to do anything. I got pampered all day. I mean, with the corona, we couldn't really do anything. So usually, me and my husband go out for the day or whatever, anything I want to do, basically. But with the corona, we just stayed home, spent time as I got waited on hand and foot. So it was good. It was good. I hope, did you guys have a good Mother's Day? I hope you guys all got to be pampered too, got waited on. I got a beautiful gift from my stepson. He came and surprised me. He lives a little ways away, and we had talked to him yesterday, and he didn't mention he was coming. And he showed up today, and he got me a beautiful rose bush to put into my rose garden. Every Mother's Day, he gets me a new rose bush. So last year, he got me a purple rose bush. This one is called Old. I've never even heard of it. And there's no flowers on it yet, so I'm really interested in what it's going to look like. And then my daughter got me a really nice card from my granddaughter. It was so cute. I'll read it to you guys. It says, "Knock, knock, Grandma. Who's there? Orange. Orange you. Orange, you glad you're my grandma? Happy Mother's Day. Love you." Well, my granddaughter's only 2, so she couldn't sign it, but she scribbled in it. And it just, made my heart melt. A glass picture frame, and it says, "Start each day with a grateful heart." And it's a picture of my granddaughter in it. So that definitely just melted my heart. And my son, he made me a card by himself. He drew me a very cool picture and then wrote me a little poem on the side. So that was nice. I love things like that. I love it when my kids make things on their own, because I just feel like, not that cards aren't from the heart, but I love their creative side. And I love that, he had to think about what he wanted to write or what he wanted to draw. It was really cool. So that was my Mother's Day. Rose bushes are awesome. I have Leah. Happy Mother's Day to you, Leah. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, 4 rose bushes up in front, and my husband built rocks around it in a shape of a heart, and all my rose bushes are in the middle. And then I have 2 rose bushes out back that climb up my fence near my pool. Ooh, steak and shrimp. Yum, yum, Pixie. That sounds good. Yes, homemade gifts are the best gifts. I love when I get homemade gifts. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day, and I wanted to tell you guys everybody else had a great Mother's Day. The other reason I came on is for some chit chat, but like I wrote in my description, I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. As I said, I did not make my channel for drama, and I don't want drama. I'm not interested in drama. I don't want to partake in drama, but I feel like there's a difference between drama and being able to get something off your chest or to be able to set the record straight. Hi, Truth. How are you? So, I've been quiet. I've tried not to cause waves. I've tried not to rock the boat. I've really just kind of stayed in the background. One thing that has bothered me is I've always been the type, even when I was a Patreon for Laura, I always have liked who I've liked, even if other people didn't agree. I went into lives that I wanted to go into. I never changed who I was to follow the crowd. I've never been the type of a person to follow the crowd. Hi, Puss in Boots. Thank you for coming in. But I've always kind of, all my life, I've always kind of went to the beat of my own drum, as my mother would say. I'm very, I don't go with the crowd. I never was that type. There was always, in high school, there's the jocks and there's the nerds and there's the cheerleaders. And then there's, I never was in a circle. I never had a clique. I got along with everybody. I'm a very personal person. So I get offended when I hear quote unquote, go to the other side. They always go to the other side. Go be with your new friends. For me, that's not how it is for me. I go where I want to go and I like who I want to like. I also do not like being accused of being in something that I'm not. I'm not in Truth's Discord. I haven't been in Truth's Discord. Have I been in her channel? Yes. Because I felt like I could relate with the truth. A lot of the things that she was saying that was happening to her, I relate to because I was in that category too. And I just feel like you shouldn't be put in a category. I never have done anything to be put in a category. I'm not on no one's side. I'm on my own side. I'm here for me. I come into YouTube. I've came into YouTube because I've told many people, no matter how you look at it, you come to YouTube because you're lonely in some sort of way. It doesn't matter if you're lonely because your husband works all day and you're a housewife in your home. It doesn't matter if you're unable to get out and so you find YouTube as, your escape. But everybody comes to YouTube because you're looking for some sort of interaction. And these clicks in these other sides, I don't understand them. Because like I said, I'm on nobody's side. I'm on my own side. Did I leave Laura? Yeah, I did. But I left Laura for my own choices. Am I going to sit on a panel and tell you what those choices were or why I left? No, because to me, it's nobody's business, to be honest. I left for my own reasons. And that's between me and Laura to know. Do I want the best for Laura? Absolutely. Do I want the best for Truth? Absolutely. Do I want the best for me? Absolutely. I want the best for all creators. You know, they're all out here doing their thing. So, of course, I want the best. Do I have hard feelings towards Laura? No. But I left because I felt like I just couldn't, just like I said, it's not for anybody to know. So it really bothers me when I hear that I left because somebody got in my head. Anybody to get in my head. I have never allowed anybody to convince me to do something I didn't want to do or make me think the way they think. I can think on my own. I have a brain and I can think for myself. So to hear Leo's wife is the reason I left. Absolutely not. And I know other people have left. I'm not going to speak for them, but I know that they didn't leave because of Leo's wife. They left for their own reasons. So I hate hearing every time I turn around, it's on the other side, or I left because of somebody else, because I became friends with somebody else, because I talked privately. No. Mm-mm. And I think there's times when people have to look at themselves and look at their actions and look at maybe they have done something wrong. Maybe they haven't. But sometimes you have to kind of step back and could I have possibly done something different? Could I have done something to hurt somebody or offend somebody? Not, how do I word it? Not say it's not me. It's not me. I didn't do anything. You left because of not because of your own reasons. You left because of Leo's wife's reasons. Even if me and Leo's wife's reasons might be somewhat similar, or reasons might have had some of my reasons, doesn't mean anybody got in my head. So, and like I said, I've seen Leo's wife go on panel and speak what she wanted to talk about. And I feel like I shouldn't have to, because Leo's wife went on a panel, I'm to blame too. Because Leo's wife's on Tracy's panel, and because I'm friends with Leo's wife, I'm just as bad, or and I don't think that's fair either. If just because Leo's wife went on Truth's panel doesn't mean I'm going to go on Truth's panel. Just because Leo's wife felt like, or Galloway felt like that's where they wanted to speak their stuff, that's them. That's not me. And I hate being grouped together just because we're friends. I don't think it should be that way. So, like I said, I've been quiet. And yes, Truth, you're absolutely right. My decision to leave wasn't a spur of the moment decision to leave. I was struggling for a while. And I had days where I really struggled and I didn't know whether I wanted to stay or go. And many people could agree with me on that because I wasn't quiet about that. When I struggled, people knew I was struggling. And then I would, take a few days off and think about it. And I was like, nope, I'm still going to stay. I'm still going to stay. But it got to a point where I didn't feel like I could stay anymore. And that doesn't mean anything bad. That doesn't mean I should have bashing me because I have an opinion or I had my own feelings. I'm not bad mouthing. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just speaking how I feel. And like I said, I just wanted to clear the air that Leo's wife did not make me leave. My friendship with Leo's wife had nothing to do with why I chose to leave Laura. And just because I'm on in the Truce chat or I'm on Miss Wonderful's chat or I'm in Makeup Mobster's chat or, you know, whoever's chat I choose to, it's because I like what they're talking about. It doesn't mean I'm on their side or I'm in a clique or I had to get that off my chest because like since I left I tried to avoid it. I didn't think it was anybody's business, but I'm not also going to allow somebody to get blamed for my leaving. And I couldn't allow that anymore. And every time I heard alive, I heard she was my reason, and she wasn't my reason. My reasons were my own reasons. So now I'm going to take a breath and look up on chat, catch up. Sorry, guys. I'm new at this. I can't watch chat and talk. Sorry. Let's see. Absolutely true. I struggled for a long time. Absolutely. And then it got tough and got tougher and tougher and tougher. And it was just time for me to go. And it doesn't mean I left to talk crap. No, I didn't leave to think I don't like Laura or I don't want success for Laura. Of course I do. Of course I want success for Laura. Of course I want the best. So I want the best for everybody. You know, I just didn't agree with certain things that were going on, and that's okay. It's okay to disagree. I thought it was a free country. I thought, you know, just because my beliefs or my feelings might be different than somebody else's, and that's okay. It's okay to not agree, and I just don't feel like people should be bashed because they don't believe in somebody else's thinking. So yeah, like I said, I just wish the drama would stop. I just wish people could just go their own ways. You know, it's gotten to a point where I used to love coming on YouTube. I loved coming on YouTube. I loved chit-chatting with people. I loved getting to know people. I loved watching content of what people have thought for the day. And it just lately, no matter what live I go in, no matter what channel I watch, it's drama. It's I'm fighting with this person or I'm fighting with that person or I don't agree with this person and I don't agree with that person. And it's sad. I remember when the community was a good community, and I would love to see the community get back to the way it was. But it's just sad to see all this arguing and hate. And now, you know, I didn't really want to speak on this, but poor Mommy Ramblings. I mean, I'm not going to touch on that much, but she's grieving. She lost a child, and YouTube might be her outlet. And it's okay for that to be her outlet. If YouTube is what's going to heal her and her coming out to talk to her subs or her friends, and then that's what makes her get through the day, she should be able to. She shouldn't have to come on and worry about the horrible things that are being said or people stating their opinion that she shouldn't be on to YouTube or she should. If that's what gets her through the day, why can't she? If that's what's going to get her to the next day, why can't she? And for people to take a phone number and call, it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Like, let the lady grieve in her own way. Everybody grieves differently. Some people go to their family and they grieve and they don't think about YouTube. Some people do, and that's okay. Yes, everybody, please, prayers and thoughts for Mommy Ramblings and her family. My heart just breaks for her because I just feel like she's coming out because she cares about her people and wants to keep them updated because to her, they're her friends. And I feel like she should be able to come on and talk about her grief without judgment. If you don't like what she's doing, like everybody says, then don't watch her. But you don't have to put rude comments and you don't have to say horrible things and you don't have to look up her son to find out why he passed or his phone number. I'll never understand that. I'll never get it. So yes, like I said, I don't consider me on a side. I'm not on a side. And I want to make it very, very clear. I'm not doing this to bash Laura. I'm not doing this to start a war with Laura. I'm not doing this to become a drama channel. I'm not doing this to build my channel. I'm not doing it to any of the thousands of reasons that are said around here. I just felt like it was time for me to say, I did leave. Yes, but it's nobody's business why I left. It's between me and Laura. And that's it. And you'll never know why I left. I'll never tell you. And I just want the accusations of Leo's wife being the reason why I left, and I will only speak for me, but I know there's many others that have been accused of leaving because of Leo's wife. I left for my own reasons. And if you actually looked back, you would see I left long before Leo's wife. I left long before Galloway. So if you really want to look at it that way, Leo's wife, it will just prove to you that Leo's wife did not get in my head. I did it for my own reasons. Thank you, Puss in Boots. I appreciate that. And if I want to go in Tracy's live and support Tracy because she's talking about something that I want to hear about, or she's playing a game that I think is really fun, I should be able to go in there without being told I'm on the other side. I didn't, when did it become about sides? When? There is no sides. There is no, there's just no sides. People disagree and people lose interest, or people, decide to change. I mean, look, people change every day. All of a sudden we decide we want to cut our hair or have our hair long or curl it, or go buy all new wardrobe. It's the same thing. We might talk to this friend for a week on the phone, but then not talk to that friend for 2 weeks because something changed. Doesn't mean it was bad, doesn't mean anything. It just means that you change. But I don't think there should be sides. Just because we're in somebody's life doesn't mean there's sides. Because just because they don't agree with you doesn't mean people hate you. It just means they don't agree. Absolutely. Tur. I'm gonna call you Tur. I absolutely agree. I think that she does not want to upset her family. I don't think she wants to upset her husband, and she needs to get it out. She needs a place to be able to vent. Some people go to counseling. Some people choose to go on Patreon. Sorry, I was reading another comment, but some people decide to come on, call their friends. Some people call their family. Mommy's Ramblings Way of Grieving is going on YouTube, and nobody should be judged for that. Yes, truth. I have to say that I heard that as well. Yeah, that people left because of you. And I don't feel that's true either. I feel like they left for their own reasons. And just because we're friends, or just because you talk to those people every day, doesn't mean you convince them to leave. And that's what I'm trying to get her across. Do I talk to Leo's wife? Yes, she's my friend. Do I talk to Galloway? Yes, she's my friend. But that doesn't mean we sat there together and came up with this plan of Leo's wife being the ringleader and saying, okay, guys, now we're going to leave because I don't like this or I don't like that. Was I there to support Leo's wife through her reasons? Yes. Just like Leo's wife was there to support my reasons. I'm sure, same for Truth. I won't speak for you guys, but I'm sure, were they there for the reasons that you left? I'm sure they were. And I'm sure you were there for their reasons for them leaving. But that doesn't mean you convinced them, or they convinced you. You still left for your own reasons. And I know that everybody leaves for their own reasons. Even the older Patreons. I'm sure each and every one of them left for their own reasons. How they handled it, that's the way they handle it. The way Truth handles it, the way Truth handles it. The way Leo's wife handles it, the way Leo's wife handles it. The way Galloway handles it is her way of handling it. The way I handle it is my way of handling it. But just because we handle it in different aspects doesn't mean that we completely agree. Just because somebody goes on a panel doesn't mean we necessarily agree with it. But we're supposed to hate somebody for it? No. Absolutely. Hold on, guys. I got to mute for 1 second.
Love you.
I love you too. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. My daughter wanted to come down and give me a hug. She's going to lay down the baby, so I won't be able to see her. Thank you, Long Island girl. I appreciate that. And like I said, this is not going to be an everyday thing because I don't want to do drama. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to say who's wrong or who's right. That's not for me. That is not for me to say. So I'm not going to sit there and say this person's right or that person's right, or it's not for me. I just know how hard it can get when you get told, people get told over and over and over again, you're the reason, you're the reason, you're the reason. I don't like, and I was quiet and I stayed quiet, and I just felt like I couldn't stay quiet anymore. I had to come and say on my live, nobody convinced me to leave. Nobody got in my head to leave. I left because I chose. It was best for me. And I want the best for Laura. I want the best for every creator out there. Every single creator, whether I care for them or I don't. Hello, Tawanda. Absolutely. I can agree with that. Have I been disappointed? Yeah. And I have disagreed, but I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I still have people that are, my friends that are still Laura's Patreons that I care very deeply for. And I never make them feel like they can't be my friend or they can't talk to me because they still support Laura. If I respect them, I respect their wishes. If they feel like supporting Laura, all power to them. I respect them for it. How can I sit there and not be mad or not talk to them when I don't make their money, it's their money. They can support whoever they want. Just like I said in the beginning, just because I might not like something or I might disagree with something doesn't mean they do. And I would never make somebody feel like they had to choose or there was a side to be on. That's not who I am. I'm here for me. And I agree with, I have my friends and I respect them for whatever they do, And if I don't like something they do, I will go to them and I'll say, hey, I thought that wasn't cool, or, what were you thinking when you did that? But I'm not going to sit on a live and blurt it all out either. Hello, Kathy. Absolutely. I have many people that I still support and that I love dearly that support Laura, and that is all well and good. If they are welcome in my life, I would never kick them out. I would never. And like I said, do I want panels made about me, being mad at me for this live? No, because I've tried my hardest to do it as respectful as I can and without hatred, because I have no hate. I have none. I just want to make it clear that I just want it's Leo's wife's fault. It's Leo's wife that put it in my head. I want that to stop because that is not the truth. Absolutely, Truth. That's exactly how I feel. All my subs I don't care what walks of life you come from, who you support. If you come into my life, and as long as you're respectful in my life and you're respectful to the people that are in my life, in the chat, can you have an opinion? Yeah, as long as you do it respectfully, I have no problem with that. But all is welcome. Everybody is welcome. Because to me, there is no sides. And I think that side thing needs to go, in my own opinion. I hate hearing it. And I have to say, both sides do it. It's not one side that does it or the other side. They both say that side or that side. There is no sides. Oh, I'm going to show that. I like that. So, would anybody want to come up? Does anybody have anything to say? I can drop a link if anybody would like to come up and, talk, touch base, have a question for me, want to know something. I mean, I'll give you the answer as long as it's not, invasive. I just feel like it's nobody's business why I left. Nobody's. Laura knows why I left, and I know why I left. And that's all that needs to know. I have never dropped the link, but I'm going to practice. Let's see. Copy to clipboard. Copied. Let's see if I can do this, guys. I think I did it. Even if you guys don't click on it, I just wanted to do that for the first time ever. I'm learning this StreamYard stuff. I think I did it. I don't get the backstage thing. I wouldn't even know if somebody's even came on my panel. No, I don't owe anybody an explanation. You're absolutely right, Truth. I did it? Woohoo! I'm so excited. I did it. I've never had anybody on panel, so I don't know what you guys mean by, oh, they're backstage. So, Truth, you know how, like, when you're in your StreamYards and your box is down on the right-hand corner and you have to drag yourself up to the screen. I see, yep, that's exactly. Leo's wife is back here, so I'm going to allow her to come up. Let me see if I can do it correctly. Add to stream. Did I do it?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
You did it all by yourself.
Woohoo! I'm so excited. Hello, Miss Melissa. Hello, Miss Melissa. How are you tonight?
Hello, Glitter Girl.
Oh, Glitter Girl. I didn't even see her. Hi, Glitter Girl. I'm so glad I did it. Now I get what they mean by backstage. It is what I was asking Truth. I was like, is it, like, because there's a box back here.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the truth. You better be the truth. I don't know how to know, but
you hold on. Your first time.
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me. Listen, there's three little dots before you click me on.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 little dots. If you tap on that 3 little dots, it will say this account is associated with the truth.
I'm clicking on it now. Yep, I see it because you can kick from studio, ban from studio. Okay, yep. Now I get it. Thank you.
So if somebody tries to come up, you don't know who they are, just click those 3 little dots and it'll say this account is associated with. And
Okay.
then
Great.
now I didn't know that before I got porned. Okay, so
I know. I'm so scared of that happening. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to figure that out because they always say, is it you? Let me make sure it's you. And then somebody else does it where they have to show their face first. So what do you do? I don't know how they do that.
I don't understand how they do that either. I'm gonna ask Diane too. How Randy? I'll ask Randy. She has a knock, like you hear knock knock. And
Oh,
Randy, I know. I want to know how to do that. And Randy will be like, somebody's knocking. I want to know how to do that.
exactly. Yes, Pixie. Truth is teaching us. Woohoo! She's moved up in the world.
No,
Yes,
trust me.
very proud.
Everything I know is contributed to Mar, pretty much.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's how you learn, like Leo's wife, she's wants to start her channel, which I gotta start dropping links. I gotta make some links so my mods can drop links, but like I'm helping her later on tonight, to get some stuff set up so she's able to start going live. So yeah.
You still have to teach me. Remember, before I left, you were supposed to teach me how to connect my Zoom through YouTube.
Yes. Yep.
So
I can definitely still do that for you.
right.
I haven't. I did StreamYards because it was easier. I didn't really know how Zoom would work because I don't have 1,000 subs. So I didn't know if you need 1,000 subs to be able to do Zoom, where with StreamYards you don't need 1,000 subs. I didn't know, so that's why I didn't even try with Zoom.
I don't think you need that. You only need 1,000 subs to go live directly from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Which sucks because if you do go directly live through YouTube, it's only you. There is no panels or
Right.
It's just you. So
Right. Yeah, no, there isn't no pay. I don't think so. I don't know. Because you know how, like, when you do the phone call on Zoom, everybody's on there. So I'm wondering if you can do a pan. I don't know how that works. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, that's how Savage and all of them do their panels.
Right, through Zoom. Right. So they have to be able.
Yeah, but if you go you got to have 1,000 subs. But if you just go to your record or live on your YouTube, then you can't do a panel or anything. It's just you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
The best advice I can give you is don't touch buttons.
Yes. Do not touch buttons. Yes.
Yeah. I left Tawanda on a panel with Dana and could not get back up on my own panel. And Tawanda's up there with Dana. And I mean, I'm in the chat rolling because I couldn't figure out how to get back on my own panel.
Oh, you know how many times I've rolled watching your panels? Oh my God, because you click buttons and we know what's going to happen when you click a button.
Yep.
And we laugh. Oh, I've laughed so many times. So many times.
I was trying to get on somebody's panel one night. And I clicked the link and I did what I was supposed to do. Or I thought so. And I have to message them and I have to go into chat and say, hey, I'm here. And they're like, no, you're not. And I said, no, really, I'm here. And when they say backstage, that just means they're right below you. So I don't understand why they call that backstage.
Yeah, I don't know. I that's what was confusing me because you guys always say, "Oh, this person's backstage. It better be the person." Or, "Oh," and I'm like, "What does backstage mean? There's no backstage."
I know. I went looking for a backstage too, but I don't know whose stream I was trying to get into. Well, I know whose I was trying to get into, but I don't know whose stage I was waiting to get into. I had to get out of there quick. Because the person I was trying to go on panel with was like, you're not here. And I was like, to hell I'm not. I'm sitting here waiting. It says entering broadcast studio.
Oh, too funny.
So I don't know where I was going. But hey, I'm going back to the chat. I just wanted to see if you could work this. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming up.
All
right. Bye.
Bye.
So girl, So have you thought about, and I was just thinking with people in here, have you thought about when you might do a live or anything? Any ideas? No? Yes?
I don't know yet. I had to go get a cough drop. I'm starting to cough again.
You
I'm
know,
not sure.
you
I'm
know,
still thinking about what I want to do.
yeah.
If I want to do crime or just BS or, you know, I don't know yet, but it'll be soon. I'm hoping by the end of the month.
Oh, there you go. See, that's was the hardest thing for me when I started this. It was, what direction do I want to go? Like, I could do, crime, or like you said, BS, or I could do cooking, or, just like, because I'm still getting used to it, I'm not comfortable yet being on camera. And that's like my next goal, is to get
Right.
to the point where I'm not so nervous that I'll actually be on camera instead of my daughter's drawing that she drew as my picture. So,
I mean, yeah, I would like to do cooking,
yeah.
but I don't maybe do like a certain day of the week. I do like a new recipe or something, but I wouldn't want that to be my whole channel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe just something like a mom slash cooking slash wife, just to like an every normal day BS channel is what I'm thinking more.
Yeah. Truth ask, can you do a Scentsy channel? Is that legal or no? Like she's asking in the chat if you can do Scentsy on your channel.
I can do Scentsy on my channel, but you're supposed what I would have to do is I would have to do it separate from that channel. So like if I started and wanted to talk about my Scentsy, I would do it under my name, my real name, and just do Scentsy. I wouldn't want it on my Mix About channel. You know what I'm saying? Only because it's separate. I have to look up, I need to look up the rules, quote unquote, or the policy, because I'm not 100% sure how that works. But I know a lot of Scentsy girls do have a YouTube channel. But
okay, girl, thank you for stopping in.
But that's all it is Scentsy. Like whether they're doing training or whether they're doing product shows or whatever, that's all it is. They don't put anything else on there.
Right. So, Leah says, I wish someone would do cooking for dummies. I definitely would watch. I need all the help I can get.
Well, listen, I do all the recipes that I do are for dummies. Honestly, everything I cook is stuff you have. It's not like fancy, spices and stuff that are hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that's been in Discord with me, I always share recipes. Like when we were in Laura's, we had a recipe room and I would share tons of recipes in there.
Yeah. You're always sharing recipes with me. Always. Yep.
I love it. And I love it. Yeah. I don't love to cook, but I don't have a choice. So I may as well find different things to cook because I have to cook. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I'm a Pinterest girl. So
yes, that you are. You do like your Pinterest, but they have some amazing recipes and they're easy. So Leah, I don't know if you've ever tried Pinterest or gone on Pinterest, but
yeah,
a lot of what Leo's wife sends me for recipes, most of them are literally Pinterest recipes, and they're so simple.
Yeah, that's what I probably will start off with. I do a lot of crock pot recipes. I do a lot of, quick stuff, but it's still decently healthy, decently priced. I don't buy a bunch of lamb and, crazy stuff. I just cook with normal meat that normal people eat.
Exactly.
I
don't go crazy. I have a vegetable. like a meat and a side, and that's about the extent. Like Pixie says, I can
Right.
cook eggs, spaghetti, and cereal. Oh, and grilled cheese. That's about
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I'm as simple as it can get. Like I'm not one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not one. I'm really good at. I love to bake. I hate to cook, but I love to bake. Like I could bake brownies and cakes and cookies all day long, but make a 4-course meal. I have no interest, none. Like crock pot is my
Oh yeah.
go-to glitter girl.
Mine
Crock pot,
too.
yeah, because you can just
Mm-hmm.
and leave it. Yep,
Right.
yep.
And and I do stuff. I redo stuff, but I don't know. Makeup Mobster is so good at doing like DIY stuff. I could never compare to her. I mean, I could do some stuff, but she like really does some good ones. But I wouldn't mind like do a
Oh, I think, yeah, I lost you. Sometimes Leo's wife, she'll be back. I know she will. Her Wi-Fi kicks out sometimes, but she'll be back. I like DIY, but I don't. I like it, but I don't have the focus for it. I don't know. I get bored too easy. Like I'll get into something like gung ho. I was doing memory for pictures and I have all the stuff to do it. I just got myself a Cricut. And are you back, girl?
yep, I'm back.
Okay. And I have all the stuff to do memory, the photo albums. I just got myself a Cricut. I bought the Cricut 6 months ago and I have not even turned it on. Like I'll get into something and I'm like 100% into it. And then all of a sudden it gets boring to me. It's crazy. I wish I could get something that would just keep my interest, like diamond art. I was really into that. And then I went into the paint by numbers and I was really into that. But then I just lose interest.
Yeah, and see, I'm still into paint by numbers because Kimmy P got me hooked on that. I'm doing one right now. But
Mhm.
Kimmy P gets on panel or whatever, and she's doing hers. So I'm like, well, I wouldn't want to do that. I think that'd be kind of boring if I had my channel and I'm on a panel just painting. But she's usually on a panel with like other people that are talking to and all that.
Right.
But
Yeah. You're right, Galloway. I always make dessert for Walking Dead. I am a Walking
yeah,
Dead fan. Yes. Yep. So, yeah. So, like I said, in the beginning of my life, I just wanted it known because, like I said, we are friends. We do talk daily. And I just felt like it was my time to speak, to say that you didn't get into my head and you didn't, like I said, I can't speak for anybody else, but I can say with certainty, you got in nobody's head, Leo's wife. You left for your reasons. I left for my reasons, even if they were similar, even if they were, because in all reality, we've talked about things that have bothered us or things that we don't agree with, but we never really talked about why each other left, because it's our own reasons and our own business and whatever, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to do this live to, like I said, let everybody know that you did not get in anybody's head. You have stayed quiet. You haven't tried to cause waves. I know people feel like you have by going on certain panels, and I feel like even though you chose to go on those panels, those were the panels you felt comfortable going on to be able to speak your truth. And I believe that every time you went on a panel, you did it respectfully. You weren't vulgar. You weren't mean. You just spoke how you felt. And that's how I feel. And she's gone. I wonder if she heard anything I said. I do glitter girl. I don't know what it is. I get so excited. Like I'll get into even gardening. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not like one thing can catch my attention. I'll do it for a little while and I'll be into it and I'll spend money and I'll be so excited and then I get bored. Are you back, Leo? I hear clicking. No, she's not back yet. She'll be back. Oh, she can definitely, if she puts her, anybody, if we put our mind to it, definitely, we all could do it. We're all strong, independent women. Absolutely. Are you back?
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay,
What
sorry.
part did you not hear?
I heard your whole thing.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, but the one thing I was going to say is I know most people do not believe that I made anybody leave. Okay. It's not the point that I think people thought that, because anybody that knows you or Galway or Glitter Girl or Janelle or whoever knows that y'all have your own brains. Okay.
Yeah.
But it does hurt a little bit to hear it over and over and over when you know something's not true. But I just came to the conclusion last night that, I've said what I have to say and I'm done. The people that know me and care about me know who I am and what I do and don't do. So that's all that matters to me. I don't care what.
There she goes again. Oh, she's going to be so frustrated. Her darn internet. Yeah, we could definitely do that, Galloway, because I live with chronic pain every day of my life. I have for many, many years. I've had 3 neck surgeries. I've had a lower back surgery. I'm supposed to have other surgeries that I've put aside. So we could absolutely talk about chronic pain, because actually right now I'm going through a thing where a doctor doesn't believe chronic pain is real. He feels that chronic pain is in your head. And there are some doctors that believe that, some doctors don't. And I look at the doctor and say, walk a day in my shoes then. If you think chronic pain is truly in people's heads, walk a day in the shoes of somebody with chronic pain. Because how you can sit there and say that you can reprogram your brain to not have it be chronic pain, it makes no sense to me. He thinks yoga and breathing techniques and things like that would reprogram my brain to not have chronic pain. It just blew my mind. Absolutely. We could talk about autism. I know a lot about that. Like I have said, and many people know that used to be in Laura's Patreon. Everybody knows that I have an autistic son. He is 20. He graduated from high school. He graduates. He was in a mainstream school, but he was in a school within the school. So he was still in a special ed school, but he was mainstreamed at the same time. So we definitely could talk about that. There's so many things we could talk about. Yeah. I never understood how the doctor could say that there's no such thing as chronic pain. It's like, with my neck surgeries, moved my first ribs. I right underneath my collarbone, the first rib that connects on both sides under your collarbone, I don't have those anymore. They literally removed them from me. I know. I had a feeling, Leo's wife, that your internet was going to make you go nuts. I wish your internet didn't kink out, because I feel like I wanted you to be able to come up here and say what you needed to say. Hopefully, I'm kind of doing this one and done thing. I don't really want to reiterate it again. I don't want to talk about it again. I don't want to do all that. But if you need a place to be able to say what you need to say and you haven't started your channel, absolutely I will give you my channel to be able to do that. Yes. It is a very rewarding job, Lelia. It is. They are amazing children. They really are. Like, it broke my heart about Serendipity because I could feel her pain and all of that. Like, were we all in that chat? That was the other thing. For that to be said that we were all in that chat. Yeah, maybe we were. But if anybody was in those chats, everybody knows how much those chats move. There was times when I would wake up in the morning and there was 120 missed messages. Was I going to wake up and scroll through to hit, to read 120 missed messages? Absolutely not. I would just start from where I started that morning. And I would say, hey, I'm just here. Can you give me a refresher course of what I've missed, So, yeah, maybe we were in those chats, but that doesn't mean everybody saw those pictures. And it doesn't mean everybody saw those comments. And even if they did, that doesn't mean that just because you saw it doesn't mean people agreed with it. They might have not said anything that day. They might have never said anything at all. But that doesn't mean that it didn't bother somebody. And so for me to hear, oh, this person was in that chat and that person was in that chat, and now it's a big deal. Nobody said, it was but Serendipity wasn't in that chat. So for her, it is a big deal. Even though we might have been in those chats and nobody might have said anything to Serendipity, when Serendipity did get that, she did want to react about that, because I'm sorry, if my child got an 80 something, I'd be jumping up and down on cloud 9. I would be so proud of my child. And my wedding ring, it might not be from Clary's and it might not be from anywhere else, but it's my wedding ring. And my husband gave it to me with love. So for people to say, oh, why didn't you say anything back then? You guys were all in the chat. You're right. Maybe we were. But some people might have not have saw that chat. And Serendipity wasn't in that chat. And she had the right to voice her hurt for that. And instead of, this is one of my other issues, instead of justifying it or pointing the finger in another direction, how hard is it to say, I did it and I'm sorry and it was wrong and I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. Instead, we didn't get that. So she didn't get that. Sorry. She didn't get that I was wrong. She got, well, this person was in the chat and that person was in the chat. It doesn't matter. Those people didn't say it. Those people might have not saw it. But I don't know why it's so hard when you get caught in something, or even not even caught. I don't want to say caught. If you did something that hurt somebody, even if when you did it, you were upset or mad or whatever, realize you hurt them and realize that what you did hurt them and say sorry. there's no other thing that needed to be said other than I did it and I'm sorry. I think it would have went a long way. Would it made them friends today? Probably not. Would have it, fixed anything? Probably not. But taking ownership for it and having empathy for it could go a long way. And that was another thing that I heard over the weekend that actually bothered me. And I don't mean it as a bash. I don't mean it as a put down. I don't mean it as anything other than, you did it. It hurt another mother's feelings, and you are a mother. Just like when people do it to your children, you expect or you want that apology. You want them to leave your child's name out of your mouth. You want them not to speak of your child. So how hard is it from one mother to another to say, yeah, I did it and I'm sorry? Not, well, yeah, but what's the matter? This person was in here and that person was in here and they didn't say anything and they even commented on it. Really? And that's the thing that keeps this YouTube drama going. And this is what will never make this YouTube drama stop. Because nobody, you gotta take accountability for your shit. And maybe if you did, and and I'm not just saying her, I'm saying everybody. If you've done something wrong and you've done it and they found out about it, own it. Don't try to push it off to everybody else. Because like I said, my heart broke for Serendipity because Serendipity was not aware of that. She was not aware of those messages. And when she found them or when she got them sent, however it worked out, it angered her and it hurt her. And she had the right to say, you hurt me and you angered me. And the correct response would have been, I'm sorry that I did it. I didn't mean to hurt you, or I didn't mean it that way. It might have came out that way, whatever. But not once have I heard a sorry. And like I said, I think saying a sorry, I don't know Serendipity well, but I would think that Serendipity would take it. But now, even if tonight, tomorrow, next week, she decided to say sorry, it's already too late because your first reaction wasn't done the right way. And we do need to be there for one another. We all need to be there for one another. All of us need to respect one another. These cop calls and the swatting and the CPS calls, like, it's absolutely crazy. Like, there's no need of it. We're all grown adults. And then I think of, I watch panels where these people are just acting a fool and saying horrible things about one another. And I just think, oh my God, if that was me and my child who came on YouTube and found me, how could I look at my child and my child say, Mom, you taught me never to do that stuff and to respect, other people and all that. I couldn't even imagine. I would feel like a little ant on the floor. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And I'm not saying it's just one person. It's many people. Many people. The hate is horrible around here, and we need to come together, and I would think with, mommy rambling situation, people would come together for her, not do what I'm hearing that's being done. It's hard, Leah. You're absolutely right. For people that know me, I watch a lot of channels, but you wouldn't know I would watch them because I'm what you consider a lurker. I watch. I don't type in chat because I'm worried if I type in a chat, what might happen? Are people going to come at me because I said hi in this person's chat? Or are people going to make videos about me because I was in this person's chat or that person's chat? So I lurked, and I came to a point in my YouTube time that I wasn't going to do that anymore. Aww. I'm posting that, Truth. That is very sweet of your brother. Oh, that just made my heart full. What a nice gesture. That is such a nice gesture. Oh, that just made my heart full, Truth. You know your son, even though it's nobody's business where your son is, and it was nobody's right to say where your son is, you know your son is with you, and you know your son is thinking of you today. And just know that just know that. And I know you know that. And I'm so sad that, something that you told somebody in confidence ended up on a live. That's hard because I absolutely know how that feels. To tell something to somebody in confidence because you felt like they were your safe spot where you could tell them anything and it was safe, whether, where it wouldn't go anywhere, where, you just felt like you could tell them anything and they wouldn't say it. So somebody could go live and blast it. I absolutely can relate to that. Absolutely relate to that. Because that's what makes it also hard on YouTube, is because you don't know who to trust. And that is why I have a very, very small circle. Aw. I bet it did, Truth. I bet it did. That's great. I'm glad he was able to do that. I'm absolutely glad he was able to do that. And it's something you will treasure forever. And eventually you'll be able to celebrate soon enough. Soon enough, you'll be, around where you can celebrate Mother's Day together. But yeah, well, I've been on here for an hour. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. I appreciate everybody that came up to help me learn StreamYards and people in the back, I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm going to go back to my normal stuff, and I didn't do this live to offend anybody. I didn't do this live to hurt anybody. I want the best for everybody. I just want to be able to go where I want to go, and I want to be able to talk to who I want to talk to and not be told I'm on a side. Because, again, I'm on my own side. I'm not on anybody's side. And I hope the best for every creator out there, and I want the best for every creator out there, whether they're doing drama, true crime, they don't have a clue like me and Truth what we're doing with our channel, like Leo's wife, we don't have a clue, but I want the best for everybody. I want everybody to succeed. And it's not about who gets what and how many views you get and how many subs you have and how much money they get in super chat. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. So I hope you all continue to have a fabulous Mother's Day. And I thank you all for coming in. And if you could please like my stream, and if you have not subbed, please sub to me. Oh, let me just I looked into Vanessa, the soldier that's missing, before I went live to see if there was any updates, and sadly there is none. There was none. The last update was 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if they're doing still doing searches, and my heart goes out to her family today on Mother's Day. My heart goes out to Mommy Ramblings today on Mother's Day, and my heart goes out to every person that isn't able to celebrate Mother's Day with their mother today. If you would like to give donations, if you go back to my live before now, in the description is her GoFundMe. They are trying to raise money for a private investigator. Also, in the description is a Facebook group called Find Vanessa. I always say her last name wrong. Gillen. And that is ran by her family. So you're always able to do that. Truth, are you going live tonight? Okay, well, Truth doesn't know if she's going live, but she might. Yeah, watch out. And if you have not subbed to Truth, I'm sure you have, because I only have 13 people in here, so I'm sure you have. But if you haven't, sub to Truth. Leo's wife, yes. For my next live, I'll make sure I have links so I can have my mods post links for people. So they can sub channels. Leo's wife is a mod. If she is still here, can you post anybody? I think I don't have a restriction. I don't know if anybody's here that can get Leo's wife's link real quick and just post it in the chat so people can sub to Leo's wife. If not, after my live, if you're looking for Leo's wife's channel, I will put it in my comments section of this live if we're not able to put it in before I end, which I'm about to end. So if not, look into the comment section of this live, and I'll be sure to, oh, there it is. Galloway just posted it. Oh, no, that's Tracy's. Okay, I'll stay on so everybody can sub to Leo's wife, and then I'll end it. Again, thank you guys all for your support, and stay healthy. Night all. God bless y'all. And I'll be going live again soon. But I'm going to wait just so Leo's wife's... Galloway, can you do Leo's wife's link for me, please? Oh, there's Leo's wife. Leo's wife just put her link in the chat. So everybody, please sub to Leo's wife. And like I said, if you haven't, sub to Tracy. And I will talk to you all later. Much love. See ya.